Can we say initial barriers? What expressions did you see on those faces? What comes to mind? What words?
Shock. Amazed.
And initially, what'd you see?
Doubt.
And you saw ridicule.
Doubt.
I don't think it's too strong to say you saw contempt. You saw sneers. I think ridicule and mockery is not too strong on what you saw in those faces when she first walked out. But as the world began to see beyond that exterior and to hear the power of Susan Boyle's voice, to understand that she was the possessor of extraordinary talent, indifference, ridicule, changed to interest, to admiration. And it gives me pleasure to know that some of the people sneering at that woman today are bragging about how they were there when Susan Boyle first burst upon the world stage. Now, we're not all as talented as Susan Boyle, but we all have our story. And we all have a reason now and then to feel apart. And sometimes those reasons may be generational. We hear much discussion of the different approaches to work by different generations. The Y generation is said to feel it's contributing by sleeping in and then doing its research from Starbucks at midnight. I've tried to reach across that generational divide by sleeping in. I'm leaving the whole Starbucks midnight thing till later, baby steps. My generation wants you grateful and perky at your desk at 7. Grateful. Because what if that client calls and we're not there? They'll think we're slackers. They'll go to Dinsmore. What if? We better be there. Now, there is no right or wrong answer to this divide, probably, but there is a truth. And the truth is, all generations need the others. And the more we learn about the others' resources and talents and potential contributions, the more we will be able to identify those differences that matter and those that really don't. And perhaps the senior partner can accept that working at your office until 9 o'clock every day is not necessarily a guarantee of excellence nor an indication of moral superiority. And perhaps the first year can accept that you really, really can't work in your pajamas from your living room every day, although it is a status to which I aspire. But it's probably not going to work on a long-term basis across the board. One of our associates was offering his view, not my view, but his view, that his generation is of the time that you get a medal not for winning the soccer match, but for merely showing up. And his view that the firm had better recognize this and deal with it. And like all generalizations, that one, of course, goes too far. But there are generational differences, no question. We can ignore those and resist those, or we can take the time to understand those differences and use them to our collective benefit. Speaking for myself only, I'm making no broad generalizations, myself only. I need that first-year associate. Unlike Bob Diber back there, I say e-discovery what? I have to use it on a disk what? I have to do search terms what? I can't have hard paper with a yellow highlighter? Because for me it's not true unless it's highlighted in yellow. What a relief for me to say to that junior associate, call Bob, figure out what we're supposed to do, and bring me a cold disk. And then I will go tell the judge, well, yeah, we're in compliance. What do you think we are, backward? Now, that junior associate needs me too, because Judge Bertelsmann ain't giving him no sneaking medal just for showing up. We are strong together as a team if we listen to each other, recognize why it is that we may have different worldviews on certain important topics on which we had better get together to present the best and strongest front that we can. We need to explain our rationales, understand, not just judge and walk away. And I think our administrative staff can teach us much in this regard because you have, to some degree, have diversity as a basic and fundamental job requirement. You daily juggle the work demands of supporting a diverse team. You support attorneys and paralegals with different personality types, work styles, expectations. You interface externally with different clients. You work internally with other staff, administrators, and you've learned to take all those differences, accommodate them, and create a common standard of excellence. And what you do on an individual basis, work hard, work smart, but work together, is what we want to do on a firm-wide basis. And I think we begin to do that by knowing that everyone has a story. Stories are not the unique possession of a particular racial group or gender group or religious group. We all have traveled our unique path to this law firm, and we've all had some accelerators to success, whether that's good family, affluence, brains, pure luck. We've all had some impediments, real or perceived, to success. And what the Diversity Initiative mission is to build on those accelerators and mitigate the effects of the impediments. Because our goal truly is to be the very best law firm that we can be, and that includes diversity. And we are diverse, increasingly so. We are lawyers, paralegals, admin staff, IT professionals. We're in different practice groups, different cities, different states, different colors, ages, genders, religions. We're not family, and I have no desire to turn this fine, functioning law firm into one more dysfunctional family unit. We're not family, and this is not our home. We've got homes, flooded or not. But our goal is for each of us to feel that this firm is our professional home. For each of us, when we walk in the door each morning, to feel the relief of, I'm welcome here. I'm accepted in my professional home. It is safe for me to be who I am here. And my race, my gender, my age, my orientation, my religion, my socioeconomic background, my political party will not impede my individual contribution toward the firm's overall success. And to me, one of the firm leaders who best exemplifies the firm's overall excellence is Bernie McKay. He's a firm practice group leader. He's very active in the Cincinnati community. He's on the board of the Women's Crisis Center, Caracol. He's in Leadership Cincinnati this year. He was included in Cincinnati Magazine's Best 40 Under 40, having made it just under the wire, let me add. The Beamer is nice, and he is a darn fine dresser. But Bernie has a story, and there's a reason that this firm is sharing in Bernie's success and not some other firm. And Bernie has agreed to share his story, realizing that it's only one of many. We're a collection of what, 960 stories. But Bernie's kindly agreed to share his.